This is the election of love. This is the election of love. They say the election of love. What? They say. Oh, yeah. Oh. Do I tell him that I love him? Do I tell him this child die? Yeah, yeah. All right, let's get started here. Uh, although Twitch, I have problems with the chat. Testando. I have problems with the chat. Crap. Okay, Twitch chat is working. YouTube chat is also working. Awesome. Wow. It almost never works like immediately. I almost have to think. I was almost always have to think of it. But since it's working, I'm just gonna get right into it because I don't plan on streaming for very long. Yo, 16. Welcome to the stream. I know it's only 2 days in, but this is like we're at what 40% of the like round robin. It's a single round robin, but we're 40% of the like group stage is already over, and we can kind of make some conclusions. One, unless TES or Hanwha, I guess, but like unless one of the two of those teams goes 0-3 or 0-2 in case of TES, 0-3 in case of Hanwha, there is a 0% chance of KC making it out. Because KC would need 2 wins. With 1 win. So like, wait, let me explain. If KC beat TES would then have to go and lose all the other games, right? Which would just be CFO. Top Esports would have to lose to CFO. If KC does not beat Top Esports, they're out. Now, if KC win against Top and Hanwha, that heavily increases the chance that they make it in. But realistically speaking, chances are they're not going to win either. And even if they beat Top, the only way they make it over Top is if Top lose to CFO, which means their fate is not in their hands. It's really scary to be a European fan. I know the first topic is Europe the worst region of the five major regions? Probably. Here's the thing. I think as a region, probably not. As a region, probably not. But in terms of like the top team, I don't know how you can argue that they're not. They lost to the two other like non-Korean LPL teams. They did not look good at all against CFO. Obviously they're choking, right? Like choking happens, that doesn't it's not necessarily an indication of how well the region is if one team chokes, right? But what I do think is that North America has a better top four than Europe. I don't know that the LCP has a better top four than Europe. I do think that CFO is legit. I think any team Junjia goes on to, like, they are killers. Junjia, just so we recall what he did after he won World, he was a sub. He won at least a split. He like spent time and won summer of LPL. Like he's an LPL champion, made it to the world championship and like wasn't played, but you get the point. Last year on PSG Talon, beat FlyQuest, knocked them out of MSI. Took BLG to 5 games. World finalist, by the way. MSI finalist, world finalist, 2-time LPL champion in a row. Like, they took them to 5 games. That was a lot of, like, gut that they showed. Then you had them at Worlds, knocked out 100 Thieves. So this team is legit. I think the team is not. People are at least Junji, right? He's legit. Um, I think we kind of slept on the whole CFO roster just because I mean no one knows who Honkyu is. Like he's this like 17-year-old prodigy that's supposed to be like the next Quid or whatnot, and yeah, no one really watches that region, unfortunately. Obviously, people are aware of like Junjia and Dago from LPL. People know of Chowie from the LMS from way back when, but and TSM, right? But all in all, I think that Europe right now is definitely the weakest region, um, in terms of the top two teams, let's say, because I thought PSG Talon was actually quite good. Now, do I think that the KC that showed up at LEC finals would beat this CFO? Honestly, not. I don't think so. Like, but forget the choking part, right? Because they clearly choked. Forget KC choking. If KC did not choke and played as well as we've seen them play, do I think they would have beaten this iteration of CFO and how clean they were playing and how disciplined they were playing and just how smart Junjia was? Like, I don't think so. I think obviously this KC roster doesn't have a lot of international experience with their rookies, with their carries, their mid and AD carry, and it clearly showed when Jinjia's like camping bot, like literally, I think he did. No, that was Umti. Umti did one camp into bot gank, into two more camps into bot gank, or no, he finished his clear, did another two camps, and then bot gank again. Umti was like bot a couple times, the first game, but against top esports. But Junjia on Sejuani, he like ganked bot. I want to say three camp into bot, if I'm not mistaken, and then I don't remember exactly. Like it was too early in the morning, or late at night. But I think that level of like uncomfortableness, when you put Kalist in an uncomfortable position, when you put Vladdy and Yike in these uncomfortable positions, they don't have the pedigree that I would give someone like uh, Core JJ or an Impact to reel the troop backs in. Their most veteran players are who? Like Kana and Targamas. I know Targamas has become a leader, but Targamas doesn't have that international experience. And neither really does Kana, right? Kana had 1 year where he had international experience. I'm not saying he didn't have any, but he wasn't that leader that Core and Impact are. Man, my voice is like gone. I think if you're an EVO fan, you should be disappointed. Because it's one thing to lose, it's another thing to lose like this. And that's one thing that I've been calling like my own team Shopify. Sometimes when they lose, I'm like not that upset. Like going back to 2024 in the summer split, it was like single round robin best of 3 and we played against FlyQuest and we lost 2-1. And like I wasn't that sad. Not just because it was a 2-1, but because we looked so alive. We definitely could have won like 2-0. Like we were there. Whereas we had lost 2-0 to like another team for Mortals, for example. I guess it's a worse team. Let's just say like Team Liquid, we lost to them 2-0. We kind of looked dead in the waters. We just it didn't necessarily matter. I think a better example is when we lost 0-2 to NRG. We looked so alive, and I was so happy. Versus when we lost 0-2 to like what other team did we lose to? I don't remember. Just any other team, we looked completely and entirely dead. And so it was like losing is one thing. Someone has to lose, but looking alive, looking like you have your game plan, looking like you know what you want to do, that's really important. And it's kind of sad to see KC choke. I thought it was going to be very, very exciting. And it's just, what the hell is going on with my phone? Boanangoya, Boanangoya. All right, there we go. Oh, it's just having a little spasm. Yeah, I think I'm not an EU fan in general, but I am a KC fan. When they first came in, I love the project they came in with. They brought in Upset, they brought in Bo, these like explosive hyper carries. One of them that's like super safe, or not super safe, but with more discipline. Another one who's like super explosive. You kind of want that balance. You don't want everybody to be like going in all the time, and you don't want everybody who's going to be like a passenger. You want a combination of like the leaders, the people that make things happen, the people that follow up. You don't want everybody to be the one that's trying to go in first. I was very excited for the Carmine Corp project coming into 2024. Was very disappointed in what happened with how the team looked. They did look dead. Bo looked like he was playing amazing, and then like slowly he just kind of lost confidence in his team. It looked like when Yamato got kicked, I was very sad, and I kind of stopped. Like I kind of CBA'd on that team. Honestly, when they made the changes, I know they started playing better, but I was just like, yeah, I'm not on this project. If you're gonna make changes like such drastic changes like this, I'm just not excited for it. But then coming into the split, they kind of made more changes and they brought in the AD carry they wanted. They kept Kana. They brought in Yike. I was very interested to see what's going to happen with Yike. I thought Vladdy had an okay first split, and so I was like kind of keeping up with what was happening. I was very happy with how Targamas was playing, how Kalista was playing. So I was kind of watching a few of their games here and there, and overall, I'm happy with how they played throughout the split. It's just such a short tournament. You have 5 days. You have 4 game days, and then you're eliminated. Right? If you're the one team that's eliminated, it's 4 days and one rest day, and you're eliminated. And if that's KC, like you don't get the opportunity to like adapt to. Maybe you choked 1 or 2 series. Like now you have to go against Hanwha and you have to go against Top. It's disappointing, but it's kind of understandable. It's a very short tournament. Um, do I think CFO is better than Team Liquid? I think so. I'm still predicting Team Liquid to win, right? I got all of my Team Liquid merch out. I know they don't play today. I think they play tomorrow, or not tonight, but the night after. I got all my Team Liquid merch, which is just this singular wristband. That's all Team Liquid merch I got. But I think that Team Liquid can win. I just think CFO are playing really, really well. You're I think Team Liquid look better. When I asked APA, I asked him like, "Hey, what's like the form that you guys are coming in with?" And he was like, "We're about the same level as we were back in finals, maybe a little bit above, right? But we're not like we haven't regressed or anything." Um, so I was optimistic for sure. I was hoping to hear like, "Oh yeah, dude, we got so many good scrims." And he was like, "We scrimmed one day so far, and it wasn't that great. Like we still haven't. We've been doing a lot of content and media days and stuff like that. So hopefully as the tournament goes on, they can improve. But as of right now, I just think CFO played better. I think Umti had an amazing day, but I really think CFO just looks better. I think Junjia is playing better than Umti. I think Honkyu is actually playing better than APA, which I know is kind of crazy to say. And I think the bot lane's solid. I think Yan and Core are probably a little bit better. And I think with the like little the swaps that they're doing with their top laners, I think they'll be fine. I think pound for pound, they can stick with Team Liquid and they can probably win in a couple of those positions. And it's just up to like being decisive, being clean, and not making mistakes. And I kind of have more trust in CFO to do that than Team Liquid, just because Team Liquid have happy accidents all the time. At least the split. Can CFO upset TES or Hanwha? That was my next topic. I actually think they stand no chance against TES, and I think they will take a game against Hanwha. Maybe I should bite my words. Maybe they don't stand no chance. Can they? Okay. Can they upset TES? Yes. I just think they're gonna take a game off Hanwha. I don't know that they're gonna beat Hanwha Life, but I think so many times we've seen this where like the LMS region gets underestimated and then they come out with like way more firepower than the LCK thought they would, and they have to really adjust and they're playing on the back foot. Um, Before I started the stream, I was wondering if I should give it to Top or Hanwha, like the upset. And I actually said CFO would upset Top Esports. And the more I thought about it, no way they beat Hanwha. I said they'd take a game against Hanwha. I didn't say they would beat Hanwha. What I'm saying is like they would probably beat Hanwha in game one, and then have very close games 2 and 3. Game 3 might be more of a stomp for Hanwha Life, but I think they always come in with so much power um, to series. But I was thinking, who is more realistic for CFO to upset? And I was thinking Top Esports, right? And I was just thinking the reason being is like Cream has had international stinkers. Hongq so far is playing well. I think Junji is looking amazing. Kanavi had a stinker against Hanwha, and just like 369, also his Hanwha game, even though he's been looking great in LPL, it just seemed that there was more opportunity for top esports to not show up and CFO to show up than the other way around, than Hanwha Life to not show up and CFO to show up. But then I was thinking, like, how often does this happen where we just like, oh, this team has no chance, and they go in and they like fire on all cylinders, and it takes the LCK or the LPL a game or two before they like fully like recover and they're like, okay, let's close this out. I think Junji is like the one to do it. Um, I just think this guy is so cracked, man. He's won every like. If we just look over this guy's career, uh, one game is fair. Yeah, I think so. I think it would. Yeah, I would need to do a lot in order to say that that's not the case. But yeah, like they would take it. So yeah, after he played on EDG, right? He played on EDG, and then he was like subbing back and forth. Worlds goes to Worlds, wins the World Championship. As much as I say it as tongue in cheek, I don't think he actually started in the World Championship. But he beat, he played alongside JJ when they beat FPX, and they went to the World Championship. And wait, am I thinking of the wrong? No, no, yeah, FPX was 21 finals. He didn't play at Worlds, but he was part of the team, right? And then wait, I'm so confused. That's right. He went to PSG in 2023. I was like, wait, he stayed on that team in 2022, didn't he? Behind JJ? Yeah, my brain is a little fried. It's a little late. I should probably get ready to sleep so I can wake up and watch the games. But he joins PSG Talon. He wins 2023. He goes to MSI. He wins summer. He goes to what's it called? Worlds. Obviously, like had a very close series against BDS. Wasn't able to make it. BDS won 3-2 if I'm not mistaken. And then Spring wins again. He just won five splits in a row. Right? Goes to MSI, knocks a North American team out. Goes to Worlds, knocks the North American team out. Leaves PSG Talon, joins CFO, beats PSG Talon in the finals. Like I don't know. This guy has such a great history of just performing. He has such a great history of performing over and over and over again at a domestic level and making it to international and doing something internationally, like the past three tournaments, beating like a major region. And I think if it's anyone, I actually have more faith in Junjia to upset Top or to upset Hanwha than I do in Umti or Yike. Which I know is like a blasphemous thing to say. Is like, how could you prefer like a he's Taiwanese, right? But how could you prefer a LCP player to over like a major region team? Um, the guy's really good, man. The guy's really really good. I think he definitely showed it. I think today is going to be a big test because today they're playing Hanwha, right? I think they're going to take a game. I'm going to say 2-1 Hanwha. I think Hanwha is going to lose one game to CFO and then maybe one game in the finals. And I don't think they're dropping many games. I don't think they drop a game to Team Liquid. I think Hanwha's too clean for that. I think you make one mistake against Hanwha Life, you lose the game. You like accidentally die once to Viper. Guess what? They are putting all the eggs around Viper basket, and you're not winning. You try to dive Zeus, he's gonna get a kill, he's gonna get a lead, he's gonna win the game for you for Hanwha. I think this team is just so strong. Like it's kind of sad that I don't think that a team can compete with Hanwha. I think top if they're like firing on all cylinders like they were at finals, sure. I just don't see them doing that. Which lane does CFO take that game off though? Oh, mid lane. Um, Amoria. I think their mid jungle is legitimately really strong. I think Honkyu is being led by Junjia. This guy has a lot of experience. I know Honkyu is just like pure mechanics. I think he can go to toe with Zeka, and you know, Peanut. Hopefully, he plays Zyra because dude, Peanut has lost every single game of Zyra. I actually think Zyra is fine. Okay, I'm not like one of those. Wait, let me go gold GG and look up just Peanut's Zyra in the past like split. I'm pretty sure he lost every single game or something crazy like that. Yeah, dude, he lost 4 games in 4 series. He lost every. He has a 0% win rate on Zyra. So just have them pick Zyra, and I'm pretty sure they lose. Um, he has a 100% win rate on Nidalee. I actually like the way he plays, but dude, he loses every single time. It's so funny. He loses every time on Zyra. The thing with Peanut Zyra actually is he gets a lead early and then he doesn't maintain the lead. He tries to do too much around the map because he's used to playing Poppy, and then he's not like turbo farming and invading and getting like more stuff. I don't like playing that play style either, so I don't really play champions that like are supposed to be turbo farm heavy champions. I like to gank, I like to skirmish, I like to fight, and it's just funny to see like him down CS to a Maokai or to a Skarner as freaking Zyra. Like that should never ever happen in a professional game, but he keeps doing it. He keeps going down in CS against tank junglers and losing the game. Honku does seem pretty nuts, yeah. As generational peanut fan, hey, me too. I never want to see him on Zyra again. I want him to win on Zyra. I want to see him win. I want to see him win. Honestly, I just think it's funny how he keeps pulling out the Zyra and losing. Like, surely at some point he's gonna win a game, right? Surely at some point. Yeah, if I'm TES, I first pick Skarner. Okay, well maybe Hanwha would be on blue. So Hanwha always first pick Zyra, right? That's what they do. They pick Zyra into Skarner, so like they can have the Zyra. Give CFO the Skarner. Jinjia looks like a monster on the Skarner, and then like pretty much you won the game, right? And then games 2 and 3, he picks his Nidalee, he picks his Maokai, he picks his Sedge, he wins. Like, yeah, that's gonna happen. But I just think it's so funny that they like, he keeps playing this champion in a non-Zyra way, and it's like, dude, if you're gonna play a champion and not heavy farm with it, just don't play that champion. Play something else. Peanut Zyra reminds me of him playing Shyvana in that one set versus KT last year. I do remember vaguely, but I don't. Let me look it up. Probably if I see the draft, I'll remember what happened. Um, KT versus HLE. Oh, David is streaming. That's nice. I think it's. Let me look here.
The mistake. The first one.
Is it this game here? Da-da-da-da. Yeah. Okay. The Lucianar Zeri. No, I don't actually remember this game, huh? Oh, I remember this game, dude. His Shyvana was something too. Was something else, dude. I remember this game. I think round 2 summer. Yeah, it was round 2. It was round 2. They were 10-2 as well. His Shyvana left a lot to be desired, but it's okay. He's Peanut. I'm such a huge Peanut. Okay, we have like forms to request players, right? In order to what's it called? Why am I forgetting words? To request players for interviews. That's the word I'm looking for. In order to request players for interviews, there's a form, and the form has like every player that's available for interview. So for Hanwha Life, it's all of their players and their coach, right? You can request any one of those 6 players, but you can't request all of them, right? You can request up to 2 players, and then we'll try to figure it out. Hanwha Life for the past year, or not year, at Worlds, I requested Peanut every single time. At first hand, I've requested him every single day. Please, Peanut, let me interview you. Please, I'm begging you. I'm such a huge fanboy. I just want to talk to you about the game, see how you think, and be able to say, hey, I interviewed Peanut, because and let him know that like there are Westerners out there that look at him and think that he's freaking amazing. Because like 8 titles on 5 different teams is freaking insane. I'm gonna look over this guy's career real quick. This is crazy. He's been playing since 2014. I guess technically 2016, right? That's when he got a starting spot because he was on Najin Fire, which was like a what's it called? Uh, no, he played. He played on Najin Fire, right? He wasn't a sub. Well, either way, he is okay. Tournament results. Click here. All right, let's pull up tournament results. My man has won his first title back in 2016, summer of 2016, against KT 3-2. Then goes to Worlds, has that incredible semifinals. I still have the picture saved on my phone where he gets up after being 2-0 against T1, with them picking MF and Tazira support and going like one more game, right? And then they got reverse swept. But we don't talk about that. Second most winningest LCK player? No way. He's second behind Faker? Dude, he could legitimately surpass Faker. Faker hasn't won an LCK in years, since 2022. Wow. Or was it 2023? No, it's 2022 spring, because summer is when Genji started, got their 4-peat. Yes, wait, that is crazy, dude. He's 3 titles away. Here's the thing. I don't know that he'll be able to, just because LCK Cup, if I'm understanding, doesn't count as a tournament. So it's not like a split. Now you're only going to have 1 split per year in LCK, so it's going to be really hard to catch up to Faker. He's going to have to win 3 years in a row just to catch up. Faker at 10, Peanut at 8, Khan at 6 or 7, I think. What is Khan at? Wait, Khan is at 6 or 7? Are you sure? I don't think so. I don't think Khan won 7. Let me look. All right, let's look at his career here. All right, his first victory, he was 2017, right? The Kingzone team in 2017 beat T1, then lost to Samsung in the quarters. That was his first title, or Longzhu, that's what it was called, Longzhu. And then he went and won the next split, right? And then lost to RNG at MSI. So that's 2 in a row. He won 2 in a row. And then summer, that was the year KT won in summer, right? Pretty sure they lost to they lost to Afrika. And then they didn't make it to Worlds. They lost to Genji 3-0, and Genji ended up being the first Korean team ever to not make it up out of groups. That was interesting. So he has 2 titles. Then you go into the next split. He's on Griffin. Not on Griffin, sorry. He's on T1 and he beats Griffin. So that's 3. Oh boy, I'm spreading misinformation on the internet. No. I mean, you might be right. He won the 2019 spring, right? The Conclid Faker Teddy Mata lineup, and then that lost to G2. So they beat Griffin in spring, and then he won summer, right, against Chovy again. So that's 4. He won 4 titles, and then he went to LPL. So he has 4 control effing their page for playoffs, and first gives me 7 Peanut, 6 the Con. Well, I think Peanut has 8 if you count LCK Cup. If you don't count LCK Cup, which I hate, then he has 7. Right? But I mean, so that's 4, and then he went back to FPX, didn't win, and then came back to Damwon, and then won spring and summer. So he won 6. Oh, so you were right. Yeah, Kana 6. You were right. I was wrong. I had a 6 sounds so many, but I guess I forgot that he won twice with Damwon in 2021, like the year they lost Worlds and MSI. It was Khan. It wasn't Nuguri. Nuguri was on FPX. I kind of forgot about that actually. But yeah, looking at Peanut, he won in 2016 spring. Sorry, summer, because they lost in spring, right? They won summer. That's one. Then he won on T1 spring and summer, if I'm not mistaken. Spring. And then no, they didn't win summer. What am I talking about? Longzhou won. We just talked about this. Oh yeah, the whole we're actually doing one split per year is pretty dumb. As in, I think LCK should be counting. I think if one region, if like the majority of regions have 3 titles, then everybody should have 3 titles. If the majority of regions have 2 titles, everybody should have 2 titles. I did not like it when Europe had 4 and everyone else had 2. And I don't like it now that everybody else has 3 and LCK has 1. Like, come on, man. So that's 2, right? So he won 2016, 2017, then 2018 spring. He was playing with Khan, right? He won that the spring, and then he doesn't win until he joins Gen G, right? 2022 summer. So he wins the summer, then wins 23 spring, 23 summer, then 24 summer he wins on Hanwha. So that's 7, and then he wins LCK Cup. That's 8. I'm counting it as 8. I don't buy the whole like oh crap. Oh, yeah. Khan was 1, Yasuo top, Trundle. Oh my god, the Trundle jungle in the finals from setting the go top debate once and for all. I think so too, yeah. Dude, that Trundle game was like the craziest Trundle game of all like finals. It was crazy that Canyon. I actually did not remember that they played Yasuo top. Really? Wait, I gotta check the draft. DK versus EDG 2021 finals game. I did not remember. I just remember the freaking the Trundle like doing absolutely nothing that game. I do not remember having a Yasuo top. No, he was playing Graves. Khan was playing Graves. Oh, you don't remember the same game? Okay. Maybe he entered on a different game. Yeah, maybe he entered a different game on Yasuo. Let's look at game 4 actually. Game 4. Did he play? I saw Yasuo top and Trundle at some point. Yeah, I don't remember the Yasuo. He played Gwen in game 4. Let's check game 3. I could just go to goal.gg and find this so much faster, but I'm too lazy to do that. Game 3, he played Gragas. Let's check game 2. All right, let's check game 2. Could only be game 2, right? Because they won game 1. Where's the draft? Game 2, he's playing Graves. Oh wait, they lost game 1. That's right. So it must have been game 1. I was checking the wrong game. He picked Yasuo game 1. That had to be the last game I checked. Yeah, he played Yasuo and lost game 1. You're right. Dude, the Graves pick was like crazy. That Graves Prio, and it was a very, very weird worlds. I'll say that much. That the Trundle pick and the way the Trundle was played was so sad. I mean, I was an EDG fan, okay, but I definitely wanted EDG. I was so pissed at Worlds at people being like, "Oh, the T1 versus Damwon was the real finals," and like, who cares? We saw like EDG play so poorly, and I was like, "Look, EDG always play poorly, but when they come to like the strong matchups against FPX, no one thought they were gonna win." And Gravestop was a war crime. Yeah, no one thought that EDG was gonna win finals. They beat FPX. No one thought they were gonna beat Gen G. They beat Gen G. They play up to the opponent's level, and like they did, and they beat them. So I was like vindicated as an LPL fan. I was like, see, you can't just like be like, oh, it's LCK all the way. It's like, nah, man, gotta give some respect. But yeah, I think I went way off topic. EDG was so underrated going into that entire Worlds for no reason. Yeah, as if they didn't win the tournament or something. It was crazy. CFO winning, yay. Yeah, I favor them over Team Liquid. Pro Style. I favor them over Team Liquid right now. I don't know if they will win, right? We'll see how they look tomorrow. Maybe they get completely and entirely stomped by Top. and then we have to like reevaluate. But as of right now, I think it's fair to say that they're favorites. I'm gonna do quick predictions for tomorrow. Let me look at the schedule. I think CFO plays first, right? Uh, yeah. CFO. Sorry, tomorrow they play Hanwha, not top. If they could completely get destroyed, I'm gonna say CFO is gonna lose. So Hanwha, I'm taking Hanwha 2-1 against CFO, and then I'm going. I want KC to win, but sorry, Top Esports 2-0. You guys are not playing well, KC. Top Esports is going to 2-0 KC. They're going to be eliminated, and it's going to be quite sad. Yeah, I already have it like an idea of like what I want to do for KC, like if I do get an interview or whatnot, because it's sad. But either way, I'm gonna go sleep so that I can wake up in time for the games. They start 4 a.m. my time. It's currently 10:45. Uh, and then hopefully every night I'll do a little bit of predictions, a little bit of hot takes. I think CFO being the third best team, or CFO taking a game off Hanwha's kind of a hot take. But I'm a fan of Jinjia and I like Chowie, so I'm gonna be cheering for them. Yeah, just hopefully the games start soon. I'm already waiting for the games. Anyways, I'm headed to bed. Have a good night, guys. Thanks for hanging out.